Hello and welcome to my show. My name is Rulani, aka Boss D. Today I'll be sharing how I use a weekly Bitcoin chart in order to trade, and how I've managed to turn my losing trade into winning trade. Since I used this method, I haven't lost a trade. This is how the smell of money, man. Then you're on something once you manage to get the strategy that you need, in order that you understand. And once you get that strategy that you understand, please, you don't go looking for other strategies and check, because you end up mixing strategies. I've done that in the past, where you mix things and then you end up, in losses. So yes, I hope, the day will come where you smell money like that, and life can be better. First, I will start with the disclaimer. The information provided in these videos is for educational purposes only and should not be taken as professional financial advice. Please read further. It will provide you with the necessity. It will provide you with all that you need to know. Then we'll move to our first slide. This is a weekly chart, the MT5 charts. Those who are using it, I'm using an MT5 chart. You will see the setup of MT5. All right, here I'm using it still. These are the instruments which I've managed to modify in order that it can work for me. It's stochastic, it's moving average, and Bollinger bands. You'll see here, as I prepared this slide, here in number 1, I was showing that it is the same once you have candles which starts at the once you have candle that starts crossing or being crossed by the middle Bollinger Band. This green line is a middle Bollinger Band. That is the one I use. Bollinger Band, it has 3 lines. You'll see here is this orange one and the blue one, but mostly I highlighted this one. I made it thicker so then you can able to see. The middle Bollinger Band, it's very important, because that is the one my method and my strategy is based on. When I see that, a week is beginning, what I do, I put a line, a trend line, to see if that trend line will cut across the new candle which is still trying to form. And if it does, then I know eventually that this green line, even if it was not touching at the beginning, it was just nearby, I know, because it's almost like elastic. It stretches as the candle grow, then the line, it pulls as well to cross the line. Then I know that I'll be having the whole good week. That's how I know my strategy is based more on this line. And to confirm this green line, middle Bollinger Band, it must mimic the stochastic green line down here. Already when I see there where there is a cross between the red MA and the middle Bollinger Band, that is a signal that now, because the red MA is above the candles now, I know then it signaled the downwards moment or the downwards trend. And that that change which happens there, the cross, it happens there, it's mimicked down here in a stochastic as well. And there, here in number 2, still I was showing the same thing. We have a middle Bollinger Band line. That green line, it's looking upwards, and there it was looking upwards. It must mimic this stochastic green line and this middle Bollinger Band line, the green line. They must mimic each other. They must always be pointing at the same direction, just for you to be safe. And the candle which starts just behind this line to cross the green line, you know that the whole week it will be an upwards trend. And the one there, the sellers, they try to pull it down, but only to find that we had a strong upwards moment. You never oppose this stochastic if it's standing like that upright, and the gap between the red and the green lines, it's vast, then you know you have a strong upwards momentum. You do not take a chance to go against that trend. And when you see this line, because the way I modified it, when a candle which is opposing the trend, it will try, but it will never bend it, because it must bend. It must bend, to point downwards like there, and it must cross. Mostly it must cross the red MA. So I know when I see candles like this, though it just touched with a small piece, but I know that at the end, when the week ends, it will be up and upwards trend. And another thing which I want to say, when you see, you must always have a target. How much do you want to make in a week? And when you reach your targets, I will advise that, get out. Set the realistic amounts, and when you reach it, you can get out. Because there is a way which you can able to see. Because this chart, I use it with a day chart and 4-hour chart. There is a way which you can see in those day and 4-hour chart if the momentum will grow and grow, it will go on and on, or it is about to change. You will see when you go to a daily, or when you go to, then what happened here in a daily chart, there was a cross of stochastic. It was in overbought, and in the green stochastic, it crossed the red stochastic. That's what happens when a candle like this, it becomes a hammer. And when these candles, they become signal candles as well, to say the momentum is about to change. Then there you see, then the candle came. Here, your green line, it was flat. And here, still, there was a bend now to point, downwards. So if you are not sure with this kind of candle, then you can stay out. But as you become experienced, you will see there's other ways which you can see that, this now the trend has changed. It's going to be a downwards trend. Even before it defines, the line becomes nice and pointing down without a doubt. So here I was trying to show that at this point, what was happening, I put it a small monthly chart here, just to point out what was happening here within this white candle, and within when this green line, the middle Bollinger Band, when it changed direction. This is what was happening in a monthly. The monthly candle there, it was that point where I told you the green line of the middle Bollinger Band and the red MA, they crossed, and the red MA became above the candles. Then we know when the red MA is above the candles, then we have a downwards moment. So already, here you will have known that, these ups, these ones, it was these candles. It was this one. So you could see already, those who knew, they knew that this is not a strong upward moment, because already there was a signal there that now we are in a downwards trend. Though you could have made money there if you knew what you were doing, as long as you follow this strategy where if the candle touches the green line and it touches the green line, and the green line as well is looking up, and the green line of the stochastic is looking up, then you know you are having a good trend, though you knew that it's going to be short-lived, because now already you knew you were in a downwards trend. Then that's where it was happening now here. So you will have entered this trade. When you see it, then there was a change of direction of the green MA. And when this green middle Bollinger band, it was flattening. You knew that the candle will come and cross it, because the idea is a candle to cross with a full body and being backed up with a stochastic direction, the green direction. There already, those who knew, in a month, there's your green line. I don't know if you can see it. You can go to my other video where I was doing a monthly chart. You will see this chart, in a bigger way, with a bigger size. Then you will have seen what was happening in a monthly chart here. So yes, already here we knew you could have entered for all these weeks, because you knew then that you are having a downwards trend. And there it was confirmed even in a weekly chart by the cross of the green middle Bollinger Band line and the red MA line. Then that was to strengthen that now it's confirmed even in a weekly chart that we have a strong downwards moment, which is indicated in a monthly there. It's 3 months of downwards trend. That is good money right there. And here as well, you can see it flattened. When you go to a week, to a monthly, sorry, here is a month. This is what was happening, is this small candle. That's why I say a candle which doesn't start on a monthly to touch the green middle Bollinger Band line. This is what happens. It flattens the market. At one point, it seems as if it's going up. At another point, that's where you end up with a cross candle, or these small candles, this kind of hammer candles. It's this kind of where the candle, it didn't start by touching the line. It's a fight, basically. So there, with this next month, this month here, is these candles here, it was just ending. The fact that it started by touching the middle Bollinger Band line, and it was still within, that range of oversold, and the candle was touching the lines. Then, that's why it gave birth to this week. It gave birth to that week. It was a good week run. But, as you could have seen and known that, the momentum, the monthly, it was showing that, it was coming towards an end. And as you could see, this a month, and this becomes the other weeks. It becomes the other weeks where there was nothing happening in this area. Then here is our another chart, a weekly chart, where I just wanted to continue to show that if finally in the weekly chart, this is a weekly chart, as you can see, the candle, the cross of the green middle Bollinger Band line and the red MA, there it was confirmed as well in the stochastic, the green pointed up, and with that, it's a strong signal that a trend has changed. Now we are in an upwards trend, and when you see a candle which started just behind the green line, you knew that you are going to have a good week, and it's crossing right almost in the middle. There is another one. This one, it touched with a tail, and it went to touch the body slightly, and it became a good week, because we were in the upwards trend. And there is the ones which here I was indicating. It was a week where it was almost like a flat. I wanted to show this week, some of these weeks. It was this month here. This is a small monthly chart. I cut it out just to show you that when in a month, a candle doesn't start behind, this middle Bollinger Band line. What happens is it becomes ups and down. When you go to a weekly chart, then you have momentum where it's going down, the following week it's going up, it's going down. When you go to a daily chart, sometimes the picture is not as nice because, as much as you see the week was very good, but here sometimes you find there is a lot of fighting between the buyers and the sellers. Then you end up when you are using those small time frames, your 15 minutes, 30 minutes, you end up in a fight which, you start incurring the losses. It's because of these kind of months where you can see the candle was far away from, this is a monthly chart, it was far away from the body to touch, the body of the candle was far away from the middle Bollinger Band line. I stay away from this. When a month begins and I see something like this, where the candle is too far from the line, I stay away from it. You can go to my other monthly video. You will see this chart, which has been increased in size. You will see this candle which I'm talking about. And here, it became positive week. It was after when a month has ended, then the sellers, they tried to pull the market down. But because we know now in this monthly chart, you will have seen where the red MA has crossed the middle Bollinger Band line, and that is a signal to say the momentum has changed. You'll see even down there in a monthly stochastic, there was a change, there was a cross to mimic what was happening in a chart there. So when weeks like this comes, even when the sellers try to pull it down just to fool some of the beginners or the traders which are still beginning, these are false moves in order for them to able to take your money. This is where you lose money. So those who knew, they waited because this was one of the week here. Is this week of February when they brought it down? Already those who knew, when you went to a monthly, you will have seen that already you were in an upwards trend. So there was no way you can embrace a sell move here. And there, they went in a big way. And there's the line, the green line in this week. This whole week was a very good week. And the other week, when that big move ended, this candle was nowhere near the line. You stay away from the markets when the situation is like that. And that was it, what I wanted to show you with the weekly chart, that the weekly, it must be confirmed that there is what trend it is. There must be a cross of the green middle Bollinger Band and the red MA, the moving average there, and it must be confirmed as well with a stochastic. It must mimic each other, the stochastic and the green line and the red line. It must be the same. Then you have an upwards trend. All you look for now is candles which starts maybe just partially close to this green line, and then eventually it will push it up and it will cut across the candle. It will cut across the candle. That's all. That's how simple this method is. As you see here as well, it started behind the line. What I advise, is that, you go to a monthly chart first and check what kind of a month you have. So then you don't end up falling within these flat markets with a monthly candle. When you see this in a weekly chart, this is formed by a monthly candle which didn't touch, is this kind of candles which they did lines which they don't touch, you know, the green line, the green middle Bollinger Band line. But you know, I thank you for watching. Please, I ask that if you find this video informative to you, I ask that you subscribe, you give us the thumbs up, and please, you know, watch our next videos. And if you have any questions, please ask in a comment below. I thank you. Until the next time.